Good morning, Book It Sports community. We've got quite a show for you today. I'm going to make a confession that a little uncomfortable. Not looking forward to it, but stay tuned for that. Got a great show for you. Other than that, Josh in the studio. Grin's not behind the scene today. He's got to get a filling. But listen, if you're tuned in today, and if you tuned in the past couple days, you know that I had a rather large wager on the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. And when I tell you that yesterday was one of the hardest days that I've ever had to go through, I mean, my God. The things going through your head when you have a large wager like that on just one team. You know, it's not like a lay or a parlay where I'm looking at a massive payout. But the things that go through your head when you've got that amount of units on the line and you're sitting there sweating at the bar, I almost threw up on my body. Because here's the thing. What are we doing fading Patrick Mahomes? How many times am I going to have to learn this lesson that I'm fading the greatest quarterback to ever play the game of football? I took the Bills and he spanked my raw behind. Then I take Lamar in Baltimore and Pat Mahomes goes into his house and beats him 17-10. I mean, I'm sitting there after the game concludes. First of all, my girlfriend's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. She grew up in the area. So she's wearing red. She's excited. And I'm sitting there in fucking moose shit. Because I had a grand on the fucking Ravens. And Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball. That turnover to Isaiah Likely, I've never felt the way that I did in that moment watching that turnover. I've never felt the feeling that I felt when he threw that pick in the fourth quarter to Isaiah Likely in my entire life. In my entire life. Surrounded by Chiefs fans. I don't know why Dallas is a hotbed for Kansas City Chiefs fans, but they're fucking everywhere. There's like one Ravens guy next to me, like on the table over, and he was like, I'm going home. Immediately after that pick, he's like, I'm going home. Left all of his buddies. The whole bar's going crazy. They're doing the fucking chop. I'm in Moose because I got a grand on the fucking Ravens at plus 190. Horrible value. Horrible value. Money's out the window. Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball. What am I doing fading Pat Mahomes? What am I doing fading Pat Mahomes, which leads me to my confession. I've got a really uncomfortable confession to make. I really didn't want to make it, but I feel like after yesterday, it's only right that I come on here and, you know, I face the demons that I've created, and I face something that's an uncomfortable fact of my life now. It's really hard for me to admit this. I'm really, really battled with this the past, couple days, but I'm a rat shit gambler. I'm a rat shit gambler. Fading Pat Mahomes is an all-time rocks in the fucking brain move. I'm a bad gambler. Like, I had to have that come to Jesus moment last night. Laying in bed, looking at my phone, looking at all the nonsense I was tweeting all week for the Ravens, tweeting Kodak Black songs, like buying into the hype of Lamar Jackson, who's never done it in the playoffs, fading the best quarterback of all. I'm a horrible gambler.
Everyone thought that you were going to say you hedged.
No.
Everyone is saying he hedged, didn't he?
I fucking wish I hedged. And you know what, chat? I'm going to let you guys have your way with me today. Whatever you want to put in the chat that's rude about me, I had it coming. I'm on the feed talking nonsense, shitting on Chiefs fans, shitting on Chiefs bettors with a rackaroon on the Ravens. I deserve it. I deserve everything I'm getting. I opened my DMs. You guys think Trents were bad yesterday? I had 3 separate people spit on me in my DMs. 3 separate people. All new accounts, by the way, too. Like, normally I got a couple guys in there that'll, like, always be there whenever I lose a big bet. These were brand new faces. Hit me with a... Like, I had to have that come to Jesus moment, guys. I'm a bad gambler for betting against Pat Mahomes.
I mean, I would say
the line moved a whole point. A whole point in the NFL for line movement is fucking unheard of in the playoffs. Unheard of.
It is.
So I'm sitting there going,
with
dude,
nothing really happening. Like,
Nothing
I mean,
happened.
Mark Andrews came in, like,
I mean, but that doesn't.
but
move
he
the
didn't
point.
really.
That doesn't move the point. Nothing happening. And I'm not even gonna lie. I was sitting there. I was like talking to the people I was with, and I was kind of like, dude, like I'm kind of nervous. Back in my head, I was like, this bet already cashed. The line moved a whole point, and all I need is for them to get to the bowl for this ticket to have life. I cashed the bet.
Trent said you could have tailed his Chiefs plus 17, Niners plus 5 bozo pack.
Oh, shout out Trent. Texting him the whole game. Every time the Chiefs scored, I was like, wow, this ticket just cashed for you. And then the Ravens scored, and he goes, wow, Ravens were a free bet. And we were going back and forth the whole game. And then he goes, I go, dude, I'm in like actual miss. And I'm going to read you the text he sent back to me. Because it's actually like too good. I go, and it was Kelsey. I'm in Moose. Like when the Chiefs finally scored Travis Kelsey. And he goes, just live bet OKC at half. Get your coin back. So I said, okay. And I put $500 on OKC live at half. So now I'm sitting there.
Oh my God.
Drowning in Moose shit. Because I bet OKC live. Then the Ravens score. And now Trent's like, wow, the Ravens are a free bet. And I'm like, dude, I'm fucking all the way back. The Thunder got fucking clapped. And I lost my Ravens bet. All in a span of an hour.
What was the video that he sent you?
Dude, Trent sent me. So I want you guys to know, Trent and I will like rarely like text during the week, especially when there's like big bets on the line. Dude, I was like in shambles. I was like, it's fucking over. Like it's over for me. Trent out of nowhere, after I was like, I'm sick, sends me a TikTok or sends me a Twitter video of this girl explaining how she was in bed with her boyfriend, then decided she want to hook up with her ex. So she went to a gas station parking lot, hooked up with her ex. He finished the deed inside the doors of GTA, if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Mm-hmm.
Then she went back home to her boyfriend, got back in bed. Her boyfriend woke up, wanted to do the deed, and started to eat something. And was like, you taste phenomenal. And she was like, little did he know that that was my ex. Like, that's what I got from Trent while I was fucking drowning in moose shit. That's what I got sent to me. And I literally text him, I go, why did you just send me this? And his response was, thought it would help. In what fucking world would a video like that help me after I just got spanked by Pat Mahomes? In what world do you get that video and you go, you know what? Wow.
This made me feel a lot better.
Like, yeah, that moved the needle, Trent. Thanks, man. It's happy to know you're here for me with a fucking foul video of someone cheating on their boyfriend. Like, I was just, and I don't want to bitch the whole time, guys. I feel like if you're a Chiefs fan, fucking congratulations. You got the best quarterback to ever play the game. If you bet on the Chiefs, like Pat Mahomes a plus chicken for the past 2 games has been the freest bet of all time. I don't know why I'm taking both favorites against him. I just felt like this wasn't their year. But again, Andy Reid does this thing where the playoffs hit and an underwhelming Chiefs team becomes a unstoppable force on both sides of the ball. Like Pat Mahomes only scoring 17 points, you know, whatever it may be. If you're Lamar Jackson and your defense holds Pat Mahomes 17 points, you have to win that game. You have to win that game. But some of the shit he does when you are betting against him, it is painful, dude.
Like that throw to Kelsey.
Dude.
I was sitting next to Dave. I'm like, this is what would happen to me. Like, this is what happens when you bet against them. Like, you just lose your mind because you're like, this never happens with anybody else in the entire league, maybe in the history of the league. And it happens 3 times a game.
Losing my mind. When he made that throw to Kelsey after getting his ribs cracked, I literally looked at my girlfriend and I go, it's over. Yeah. I was like, it's over. The minute he made that throw and they got that first down, I was like, it's fucking over. Because by the way, the Ravens were spawning on 3rd down. Every goddamn play they came on, it was 3rd down. I don't think I ever saw Lamar Jackson in like a 2nd and manageable or getting a first down right after having a first down. Like it didn't happen. It was always 3rd downs. And it was always like 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7. Like, dude. Either way though, I did have the over in the Lions game. That was big. That was big. We had a great weekend of college basketball. The Providence Friars absolutely dicked down Ed Cooley in his return, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, that was
Devin
amazing.
Carter with a windmill dunk to send him home. Oh my God, I was in my apartment busting. So picture me. My college beats the shit out of the scumbag that left us. Little fucking rat snake. Then in the press conference is talking all this shit like, I should actually ask Providence to cut me a bonus check for this environment. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Okay, Ed Cooley, that one's for you, bud. How about you go fuck yourself? To come back in our house and make comments like that and being like, you guys should really be happy with what you got. Not mad at the asshole that left. It's like, you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself. You cheated on your wife and then you left. And you blew up our season when we had one of the deeper rosters in the Big East. Like, yeah, I had enough of you. So thank God. So I'm sitting there going, Josh, I'm going to have a legacy weekend. Providence going to beat the shit out of Ed Cooley. I'm going to get to watch Lamar Jackson beat Pat Mahomes, all ruined on a Sunday afternoon. With the sun still out, by the way. There's nothing worse than losing your bet and the sun is still out. How am I supposed to feel in that scenario? Like, that's top 5 worst feelings.
5 o'clock.
Yeah, dude. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like fucking drunk, moose shit. Niners Lions, though. Talk to me about it.
So I guess Mikey didn't get to watch this game because he was in too much moose shit. But
Yeah, I was really just score app checking or real app checking, to be honest with you.
But I mean, essentially, obviously the
How do you
Lions.
blow that lead?
The Lions started off really hot.
Yeah,
They were
how?
playing
CJ
very well.
Gardner-Johnson?
But in the second half, Dan Campbell's obviously a very aggressive coach, right? Like, he goes for it on 4th and short a lot.
Yeah.
And this was one of the first times this year that actually worked against him. The Niners made plays and needed to make plays, and then Brock Purdy, he made some incredible throws yesterday and incredible plays. I feel like I'm one of those people, I don't give him enough credit, but he made some plays that you're like,
Are you a believer now?
a believer in what? Like, is he good?
Like Brock Purdy being an elite quarterback?
I don't think he's an elite quarterback now, but he made the plays when he didn't make them. Like that play that Lamar had when he slipped out and then threw that touchdown pass to Zay.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Purdy essentially had the exact same play. It wasn't a touchdown pass, but it was like a throw to the sideline to use check, I think. But same exact way of getting out of the sack. And he made plays. He did it. And the Lions defense looked a little sketch in the second half. I'm not going to lie. CJ Gardner-Johnson, clown. Absolute clown.
When are people in the NFL going to learn that, you can't celebrate till it's over? Nick Sirianni last year did the same shit.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts had to literally put his hand down. Eagles lose. CJ Gardner-Johnson up, what was it, 20-7?
I think it was 21-7, yeah.
Starts waving goodbye to the crowd. Dude, we're not even at the half yet.
Yeah, no.
We haven't
It
even
was 8 minutes left in
we
the
haven't
second
even
quarter,
had a
5
sip of
minutes left.
Gatorade.
Yeah, no.
Against which, by the way, this is the thing I'll say. I didn't get to watch the game, so I'm not going to talk like I watched the game, but Shanahan normally doesn't come back from being down.
No.
So for him to be able to come back, I have faith that they can beat the Chiefs. But after getting burned this many times, I'd rather lose my money betting on Pat Mahomes than take the Niners and leave plus chicken pat at the door again.
For sure.
Because this kid he doesn't fucking lose. And Isaiah Pacheco runs like he's on his last legs every time he touches the ball.
That's the thing, is if they can run the ball, they won't lose a game. They will not lose a game.
They won't lose a game.
Because if you can rush for 100 yards, literally just 100, Patrick Mahomes can do whatever he wants. He'll have time.
Torch you. Dude.
Yeah. That was their problem. They would only lose games before when they didn't have a run game. And now they actually have a run game. I don't see them losing.
Unbelievable. I will say, though, I think if you're a Lions fan, dude, you're all the way back. You have your guy for the next, I think, 5-6 years with Jared Goff. He's clearly an elite quarterback. He's proven that he can win big games. This won't be the last time you're in a game like this with him. You clearly need to fix the defensive side of the ball a little bit. You've got great weapons that are young on offense. J-Mo's touchdown was crazy.
So
watching
fast.
his balance and the way that he was finding those holes and then just getting to the end zone with a play like that, crazy. That's what, his second year in the league, first year in the league?
This is his
second year in the league. You've got guys. St. Brown is so young. That's a Lions team. If you're a Detroit fan, you can look forward to this team for a long time now.
Yeah, the only problem is they're losing their OC. Ben Johnson is going to be gone.
Yeah, but I feel with an offense like this, if you can just find someone that's creative.
He's real creative.
Yeah.
He was playing Sewell at tight end, essentially. He was putting him in motion. It was adding an extra tackle. It was actually insane.
Crazy, by the way.
It was cool. But I don't know. Going back to your point, you said this won't be their last time here playing in big games. Dan Campbell might think otherwise. In his press conference, he said, "This may have been our only shot. It will be twice as hard to get back here next year."
Why would you say that?
Well, I think that
I think
what he's saying is that now that teams know that they're good, they're going to get the best out of every team in the NFL. You know what I mean? That might be what he's saying. No, I know. That's
bad.
Especially out of him. You would think he's all right, we'll just be back next year. He'd be that guy, just be we'll be here.
He must have been so deflated, man. He
Oh,
feels
for
like a
sure.
guy that wears his emotions on his shoulders. And I feel like he probably walked into that press conference being like, dude, shit. You know what I mean?
Good point in chat too.
What?
He is gonna have to go against Caleb Williams and Jordan Love.
Caleb Williams is going to be the biggest bust of all time. We're not talking about that yet. We're going to talk about that when the NFL draft comes around. I feel like from the Niners perspective, is this the year? Is this the last year with this
The
team
last year.
that you really go, we have to win the Super Bowl? Like, we literally have to. Like, do you think this team like has another 2 years to be able to be in games like this and go this far? They have young guys, right? But like,
Yeah.
how much more dominant is Christian McCaffrey going to be over the next couple of years? He takes damage like none other. Debo Smith feels like he can't stay healthy for a full season. There's always something wrong with him. Ayuk is, I mean, he's pretty solid. And like, also, I feel like when is the timer going to run out on Brock Purdy? Like, it might not. I feel like there's a lot of
Yeah.
people, me included, who are thinking like a little bit like DeVito on the Giants. Like, obviously, at a much bigger scale.
Yeah.
But like, when is it going to run out? Like, when is the Brock Purdy story going to run out? It might not. Like, you might have, the Niners might have been like, fell into something amazing with him.
Yeah. But they might not have. I don't know. I mean, it just kind of you have this year, but I feel like their window is like this year and 2 more years. Like that's their window.
Okay.
Like max.
Yeah, I could give it
Max
2 more
there.
years. Yeah.
Because then you got to pay Purdy. And
You have to.
actually you got to pay Purdy after this is his second year, so 2 more years after this. So yeah, exactly. Yeah. They'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, the Niners always figure out a way. Shanahan is just
Yeah,
like,
they'll
incredible.
draft another quarterback who stinks in college and then just turns into a get up.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Or like Sam Darnold will take over for like no reason and just like make me want to like actually jump off the bridge of GTA. All right, Josh, what in the world's going on? What in the world segment, John's going to throw 3 things that are happening in the news. We're just going to talk about it. Then we're going to surf the slate and we'll go from there.
I want to talk about
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just getting moose. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm in fucking moose shit.
I want to talk about the Chiefs game though, a little bit.
Yeah, well, we don't.
Just a little bit. Patrick Mahomes. Is he the GOAT if he wins the Super Bowl?
I think he already is.
You think he already is?
Yeah, I think it's a classic LeBron versus Jordan, but a different scale. Like, Pat Mahomes is the best player to ever play the quarterback position.
Yeah.
From a football playing perspective, just playing the game of football, he's the best player to ever play quarterback. From a winning perspective, he's going to have to beat 6.
You think
To
he's gonna have to
have
do
that
it? You
conversation
think he's
with
gonna have
Brady.
to?
Dude, it's so hard to win in the NFL. But also thinking that Pat Mahomes has been a starter for 6 years and has been in the AFC Championship game 6 years is fucking insane.
Yeah, it's absurd. So I'm looking at these stats right now, just like a comparison between him and Brady.
Yeah.
He has a better regular season record than Brady through his first 6 years,
Mhm.
a better playoff record, more AFC titles, 1 less Super Bowl, but he's got a chance to tie him. A much better touchdown interception ratio and a much better QB rating through 6 years. So I mean,
Like, I think he's the GOAT. Like, I
he's
don't
on
think it's
pace.
much of like a
he's on pace to like destroy him. I think
100%.
like he might win 6 Super Bowls, but also be in the AFC title game every single year.
if he goes back-to-back bowls in what are supposed to be considered down years for the Chiefs, he is unconsciously the best player to ever play the game.
That's factual.
And when you watch him, it's not a scenario of like, he's got a great defense. Like, there was some Brady Super Bowls where you can kind of be like, that defense was fucking unstoppable.
Yeah.
And the weapons he had in Tampa Bay were unconscious. He's winning games with Marcus Valdez-Scantling and a rookie Rashee Rice
That is very true.
as 1 and 2 options from the wide receiver perspective, taking away Travis Kelce.
yeah, I mean,
That is insane. When Tom Brady won his last Super Bowl, he had Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Antonio Brown. That's
and a good defense,
and
the best
Leonard
run
Fo-
defense,
and Leonard Fournette.
and the best run defense in the league.
Like, that's insane. I mean, like Chris Jones, obviously, I think this Chiefs defense is good, but when you watch those games, like, it's really Pat Mahomes that wins you the football games.
Yeah.
Every single time.
I think that's why it's so impressive. Like
So
he-
impressive.
He's always making plays that nobody else can make,
Unbelievable.
and in the biggest spots.
There's no one better than him at the game of football. And I bet against him twice. I just said all that knowing I bet against him 2 times this playoffs. Like, what am I doing, dude?
Yeah, that is an insane thing to do. We didn't talk about this either.
Is chat ripping me a new one? I hope so. I just like, I deserve it.
No, they're not.
I deserve it today.
No, you're good. I mean, most people agree. Only one person said Brady.
I'm just saying in general for my performance this weekend.
Oh,
I mean, that was just
yeah,
moves.
they were earlier. But secondly,
Yeah.
Zay Flowers. What are you doing? And where will you be working next year? It actually sucks.
You're
'cause he-
like 150 soaking wet diving in a fucking playoff game. What are you doing? Just go down. You've got Gus Bus. Like, you could go down, dude. He'll get in the fucking end zone. Why are you diving? The minute that ball leaves Zay Flowers' body, it's fucking coming out. I think we might weigh the same. What are you doing diving for a touchdown in a game like that? Giving them a chance with an open ball. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
and he had a good game too. That's what sucked.
Dude,
And it was back to back. He got that taunting penalty, and then right after does that dumb shit.
Bitching on the sideline. And I was celebrating, Josh. Make no mistake. I was at the bar like, let's fucking go. Like, that was the only time I celebrated the whole game. I'm very quiet when I watch sports, when I have a big wager on it. I was juiced. And then everyone in the bar was, whoa, 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 whoa. And the TV, everyone starts, oh my God, the ball might be. And I was like, there's no fucking way that ball just came out, dude. And then you watch the replay. Normally in the NFL, you can let yourself go to bed at night being like, oh, his knee was fucking like, you could argue it. That was the most clear-cut fumble I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, no ball has ever been fumbled harder than the way Zay Flowers fumbled that ball.
No, yeah. He was like this far away.
Dude. Like, just go
But it was
down.
so obvious that he was,
But just go down.
or just don't extend the ball.
But that's what I'm saying.
You're,
Just go
you're taught
down.
not to do that.
Just go down. You don't have to try to extend that and be the guy to make the play. Just go
No,
down.
no.
You've got literally, like, Gus Edwards would have gotten a touchdown from wherever you got him in that red
Anyone
zone.
would have gotten it. Lamar could have walked in
Like,
too.
why, dude? Oh my God. Fuck, dude.
All right, on a lighter note, I don't know if you saw this, but Trent was on TV twice
The
yesterday,
commercials.
right before the game.
Yeah, bang.
Yeah, that was.
You know what's cool though? That happened to me during the Lions game.
Mhm.
We went back to our buddy's apartment and we were just drinking a little bit before the Lions game started. And I got to be like, dude, I work with him. Like, that's like a cool moment to be like,
Yeah.
dude, I work with him.
It's
Like, I
sick.
work with him. They're like, who? And I was like, the guy with the fade in the chair. I didn't get to hear the commercial, but it is cool every time seeing him on TV.
to do with
It is
that
cool.
crisp ass lineup. And
Dude, crispy.
so crisp.
Hasn't sniffed one since.
All right, so what do you think about this matchup between Taylor Swift and Olivia Culpo in the Super Bowl? Who do you think wins? Which couple wins?
Dude, I just have like,
Which couple do you like more?
I fucking hate them both.
Really?
Neither of them move the needle for
You
me.
don't like McCaffrey?
I don't mind him, but it's like I don't really care that he dates Olivia Culpo.
You down?
And Taylor Swift is just like annoying.
I feel like you would love her out of all people.
Not an Olivia Culpo guy.
Really?
That relationship really doesn't move the needle because I feel like he has no personality and she's just like
She's just like
there.
a normal
You know,
infant.
like
yeah.
she's like there. Like Taylor Swift, like, dude, it's actually annoying now. Like I was a part of the group that I was like, I kind of like that they're giving it so much shine because we've never seen a couple like this, like cross barriers.
Mhm.
But it is now like annoying. Like
Yeah,
it's annoying. I can
It
admit
is.
it's annoying now. I used to be like, dude, it's not annoying. Like that's cool. You never get to see this. It's fucking annoying. Like genuinely annoying. Like it annoys me.
Trent said that you're the most Culpo guy ever. I thought the same thing.
Why am I a Culpo?
That's why I
guy?
brought it up. But I don't know.
Why am I a Culpo?
All right, well, fuck it.
guy?
We'll get off this. We'll get off this topic. I'll bitch a little bit. Fucking Matt Nagy is in a Super Bowl. That is insane.
That's fucking.
That is insane.
shit.
As an OC, as an offensive coordinator, the dude who couldn't
bullshit.
call a play to save his life in Chicago for 3 years is now in the Super Bowl as an OC.
Dude, I'll say it. I think my girlfriend's hotter than Olivia Culpo. I think that's why it's not moving needles.
Okay, good for you.
That's what I think. That might just be like a personal opinion, though. I don't know. People might look at that and be like, "What the fuck?"
But I feel like even if you didn't have a girlfriend before.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be an Olivia Culpo girl,
I'm
or
not gonna
Culpo
lie,
guy.
I don't really know
before.
what she does. What does she do?
I have no idea what she does either.
like. What is she
influencer.
famous for, though?
I don't know.
Was it influencing?
Yeah.
She's like a TikToker.
I would
No.
assume so. And I don't think
She's
she's a
like
TikTok.
Was she like an actress?
I think it's like an Instagram thing.
An IG model?
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know.
Hmm.
Not a big fan
Hmm.
of that. What do you think about that? Is your girlfriend a fan of a different team, or are you both Bears?
She is. Well, she grew up an Eagles fan because of her dad, but now she's a Bears fan.
Okay.
She grew up a Cardinals fan too, but I switched that. She's now a Cubs fan.
I will say, dude, it's kind of hard, like, because we're getting ready for the game and she's putting like red on because she's like grew up around the area, so obviously she's like a Chiefs fan. It is so hard, like rooting against, because I like wasn't like outwardly rooting because I really don't do that when I watch sports.
Mhm.
Like, it just like hurt that I was like, damn, like we're going against each other today.
I mean,
But we were like actively.
are you
like,
really? Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
like we were like actively, but like I was happy for her when they won. But I was also sitting there being like, dude, I cannot believe that I bet on the Ravens. And of course, right after the game ends, she's like, I can't believe you betted against my team. Oh! It's literally like just wanted to get run over by a truck.
That's so
I'm like
good.
drowning. He's like, can't believe you bet against my team. We have Pat Mahomes.
That's so
Just
good.
like, it's just like, oh my god. What else happened, Josh? Fucking.
That's all I have for today. But you excited for Vegas next week?
Mm.
We could talk about that. I mean,
No,
no.
I know I'm gonna be on the wrong side of the game. The way that this weekend went, I know I'm gonna be on the
What are
wrong
you
side of the
thinking?
game.
What are you thinking right now? Who
Plus
you think's
chicken
going?
pat.
Oh, you're taking plus chicken
Another
pat?
grand.
God damn it.
And I have to put a grand on it. If I don't put a grand on it, it's not moving the needle. And if I go down that much money against, like, or do I just take the Niners and just get my lick back? No, I can't.
You can't get your lip.
If I watch Pat Mahomes dance on my grave for a third time this playoff series, I might have to like hang him up for real, for real.
I think a lot of people in this house are going to be on the Chiefs.
That makes me want to be on the Niners. I'm going to let Trent choose his side and I won't mush his side because he's incredibly hot right now and I will be the good guy to whatever Trent takes. I'll take the opposite because I'm not going to lie. I kind of like watching Trent win. It feels good because people like shit on him so hard that like when he gets a couple wins going, like people get real quiet. So I kind of like watching him win. Like it really doesn't bother me. So I might just let him choose his side and then go from there. I don't want to like steal thunder.
I would guess that he's going to take Mahomes. I mean,
I would think he'd be on the Niners.
you think?
I think he's going to get talked into the Niners heavy by the
You
BTL
think?
boys.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the BTL boys will for sure be on the
I think he's
Niners.
going
We
to get
know
talked
that.
into it, dude. I think he's going to get talked into it.
We know that.
Dude, I'm excited for Vegas. I will say, I will not leave Vegas down money this year.
Is that a choice you're going to make?
That is a choice I'm going to make because when everyone's going right, I'm going to go left. I'm going to bet on college basketball while I'm there.
Okay.
And I'm going to stack coins because I'm getting a little hot in college basketball. I had a really good day on Saturday. I just got hooked in 2 games that like I shouldn't have gotten hooked. Florida was up 20 and allowed 51 points in the second half from Georgia and then won by 5 in overtime. And I had the -7.5, so you can't make that up. And then, I had someone -4.5 and they lost by, or they won by 4. Some shit. I forget who it was. But either way, like I think I'm dialed back in on college basketball. I feel really good. I saw everyone's on Texas today. That makes me want to take Houston.
Yeah, no, I saw everyone's on Texas.
Like
too.
literally everyone and their mother's on Texas today.
BTL boys will be on Texas.
You think
I
so?
assume.
I feel like it's not that fishy of a line. I feel like I'm seeing like a lot of people being like, this is a spot where you take the horns. Like I would expect Houston to be minus going into Texas. Like I'm not shocked. I don't think Texas.
Yeah, no, I guess I'm
matches
not
up
either.
very well with Houston.
Yeah, no, but you know that they'll be on that.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, it's just
That's
some
just how it
things
goes.
some things are meant to be. Them being on it is one of them. I have to talk to you about something that I saw.
What's up?
On the internet this weekend, other than me just completely botting and like making a fool of myself rooting for the Ravens as hard as I was, because it hurts when I do that and then they lose because I know like people just lose faith in what I'm building here.
Yeah,
because I would too. But dude, no one is excited for this Super Bowl.
I saw that too.
No, like no one.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's because just the same 2 teams.
And I saw that people were like, I don't know why, but this felt like the worst year of NFL football. What did you like? Because I started thinking about it and I was like, this year did kind of suck.
I think it was because like the normally good teams weren't good in the regular season. Like the Chiefs weren't dominant in the regular season. The Bills weren't dominant in the regular season. The Bengals weren't. The Chargers, like just like the teams with the sick quarterbacks weren't dominant in the regular season. I guess the Ravens were, but those big name players just weren't up at the top of the divisions, I don't think, during the year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right, let's move to the slate. You want to talk some college basketball? That was it. I just saw that again. It just shocked me this morning. No one was excited. Literally, I saw 3 tweets that went crazy viral. It was like 34,000 likes, 24,000 likes, 18,000 likes. And it was like, no one's excited for the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl no one wanted. And then it was like, I'll be the one to say it. Like, this was the worst year of NFL football I've ever watched.
I mean, I saw that stuff too. And also, I think people are just sick of seeing Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. I mean, I am too.
Yeah, I'm a little tired of it. I'll be honest.
I went to Mizzou, so I saw thousands and thousands of bandwagon Chiefs fans come out of the woodworks my sophomore year.
Oh, they're out.
When Patrick Mahomes just showed up and threw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns.
I got news for you. They're out, man. They're out.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I know.
All right, it's an interesting slate today. I feel like the biggest games are Duke and Texas, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And guys, by the way, for anyone tuned in right now, I'm sorry this is kind of a low energy show, but it got taken out of me this weekend. Like I'm trying my hardest. We're gonna bounce back today and tomorrow, I promise. But this is a slate where you tune into BTL after this show. Okay, I'm looking at some of these names. I mean, Maryland Eastern against SC State. This is a perfect day where you tune into BTL, and you just let them walk you through this slate, holding your hand, and you stay on this network because they're coming up right after this. But this is a perfect day to tune into BTL.
Yeah.
Like, this is literally screams BTL, where like Javon's like, NC Central shoots a 3 like no one else. And you're like, dude, what? Like, all right.
Well, Krabby's probably hyped up today. He's got VT against Duke.
I think Duke's going to beat the shit out of him.
You think?
I
He
don't
just
know
said
why,
Hokies
though.
in chat. Trent said, I have a college POD in all caps. Can we get that?
No, you don't.
Can we get that in chat
No,
or come up here?
Don't.
Or come up here and give
You
it?
do not have a college POD already. You just wiped the crusties out of your eyes. There's no way you have a POD.
I have a POD though.
No, you don't.
I do.
With this slate,
Yeah.
Can I give you my POD?
Sure.
I don't have a POD.
It's Jackson State -4.5.
Oh, you like that?
I mean, FAMU.
Kind of like
Or not
Howard
FAMU.
-8.5.
Yeah, it is
too.
FAMU. What's up?
Kind of like Howard -8.5 too. Coppin State is
Yeah, they're terrible.
booty.
FAMU is awful.
FAMU, dude. This is a day where I might tap into some NBA.
Trent said Arkansas Pine Bluff +6.5. Who were they playing?
Dude.
What do you know about Pine Bluff?
What?
Oh, they're playing Grambling.
Dude. What? That's your college POD? Contavious Dozier is going to drop 30 on Trent's head. And it's going to be horrible to watch. I mean, I guess I'll tell.
These games are so gross.
Dude, this might be a day where I tap into the NBA. I feel like the Knicks -9.5 going into Charlotte. This Charlotte team is just horrible. Like, horrible. I saw this thing and it was like, and I think it's one of the truer tweets about this NBA season because I've been kind of keeping tabs on the Knicks. I'm trying to get back to the NBA because I think it's fun.
Mhm.
I want to be like an East Coast guy who was a massive New Jersey Nets fan. I can never root for them again now that they moved to Brooklyn. I just think it's a scumbag move. So I'd rather just root for the Knicks because I know they're never going to leave. Madison Square Garden is iconic. So I've been trying to I just keep tabs on the Knicks, but I'm not like watching every game. I'm not going to lie to you and sit here and say that I do. But I've been keeping tags on the Knicks. And I saw someone tweeted it, killed me. It was like, it's funny watching every NBA team have a player that drops 73, 53, and then they go play New York and they get beat by a bunch of metal bats. This New York Knicks team does not beat you with finesse. They just beat you into submission.
Yeah, they do.
It's the most classic Knicks team.
No Randall tonight.
No Randall tonight.
Brunson legacies.
You take Jalen Brunson's PRA against LaMelo Ball because that kid can't play defense to save his freaking
Jalen
life.
Brunson's gonna get cooked.
I will say though, be careful with Brandon Miller. I know he's hot, but if OG Anunoby is going to be on him, that could be a bad night for him.
Very bad night.
Bad.
He could have 10 points.
Cavs Clippers. I know Trent's going to be on Clippers money line. That just reeks of Trent. You know what I do like? I like Terry Rozier points against the Suns if he's playing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. That Suns team, they don't play defense.
Has he played yet?
Yeah.
Was he good?
Yeah, he was good.
I've been watching the NBA.
I saw he stole the first basket from some guy on social
Really?
media. He bet Bam Adebayo and Terry took it to the rim. But I was thinking about it, dude. Terry Rozier on this Heat team, I think actually moves the needle more than we think.
You think?
I really do. Kyle Lowry was so washed, dude.
Yeah, he is.
That now to have an option like Terry, who was averaging 24 before he left the Hornets, I'm pretty sure, while LaMelo Ball was out. Dude, that adds a dimension of when you're watching tape.
Yeah,
So I feel like the solution was you cut off Jimmy Butler, you make Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo beat you, basically.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now it's Terry Rozier is not a role guy. This is a guy that's a consistent starter in the NBA and can average 20.
Yeah, he's a bucket.
You're adding 20 more points to a Heat team that can already score.
Yeah.
I feel like that moves the needle way more. And I kind of like they're favored at -3.5 at home against the Suns.
Yeah. I mean, the Suns are fucking.
I mean, they don't know
shit,
what they
dude.
fucking
They
do.
suck.
But I do like Terry Rozier points. The Thunder in the bounce back spot, that over could be good. Timberwolves Thunder could be pretty tasty. I don't know. I'm gonna try to tap into some NBA today, guys. What do we think about that? I kind of like that.
I like that too.
We take Trent's.
I mean, I feel like the
State.
Rockets win.
You think the Rockets win?
They beat the Lakers.
They're just so moose, dude. That's just not a game I want to touch. What's chat saying? Give me some plays from chat.
Chat, give us some plays.
Yeah, give me some plays from chat. I know you guys have already labbed. I've done no.
Jared Allen over 13.5 rebounds and assists.
You like that? Against the
Mhm.
Clippers?
I mean, that's what someone said in
Is
chat.
that against Zubats?
Yeah.
Sorry guys. I'm just trying to I'm looking at the slate right now.
What do we think about that Jackson State game?
Denver might beat the
Are we taking that?
shit out of Milwaukee, I'll tell you that. Do you like that?
I love it.
What's chat saying?
Chat
Any
saying
plays?
Delaware State money line.
Wow.
DiVincenzo PRA.
Dude, DiVincenzo's kind of been busting.
He has been. You see Drake, that picture of him and Drake in the
funny.
background, yeah.
It was like OVO and then it was like Devo or something.
Yeah.
Dude, I kind of like Texas Southern against Alabama State.
Okay.
Favored
-5.
that much
Yeah.
when they're pretty moo shit this year.
God, the slate is disgusting.
This is also a day where I feel like you try to get freaky with some PP entries in college basketball
Yeah.
because the lines are going to be so low
Yeah, they are.
for player props.
Zubox out.
You know what I was thinking about, dude? I've really been trying to dial in on March Madness because I think there's going to be some crazy value on some teams, especially prop betting the rest of the year.
Mhm.
I watched the Duke game. Kyle Filipkowski might take this team to a Final Four.
They're good.
And this team really, I don't think they have business going to a Final Four. That kid, the way he creates his shots and the angles that he can get a bucket from, dude, there's no one in college basketball other than Devin Carter that can do that.
Other than Devin Carter.
Devin, if you don't think Devin Carter's the best player in the country after watching what he did to Georgetown, you're out of your mind.
I don't think he's the best player in the country.
That is
He is good.
the best player in the country.
I
Who's
don't
better?
know about that.
You can't name 3 players,
Dude.
that genuinely affect the game as much as he does and are putting up the stats that he's putting up.
I would say Filipowski's one of them.
No.
Yes.
No.
Connect on
Josh
Tennessee.
Odoro would shut down.
Connect
Filipkowski.
on Tennessee. He's
No,
better.
dude, you love Connect. I'm out.
He is better.
No.
Caleb Love is better.
No.
You're just going to say no to whoever
Well,
it is.
yeah, obviously. But here's my thing, though. I genuinely think if Providence plays Arizona, Caleb Love would maybe have 11 points on Devin Carter.
I don't know about that.
Dude,
He might put
Jaden
him in a
Epps
chamber.
for Georgetown. Jaden Epps for Georgetown, their best shooter. Whatever.
He's not Caleb Love, though.
Was 0 for 9 from 3 with Devin Carter on him and had, I think it was 15 points on almost 20 shots. That kind of defense is insane.
Yeah, but it's also a college player. Like, if you put Caleb Love like an NBA caliber player, he's going to be in the NBA.
So is Devin Carter. I think Devin
No,
Carter is
but-
working his way into a top 10.
But the
pick
dude
right
that he
now.
played against on Georgetown isn't.
Yeah, but to do that, though, either way, it's still college. They're still going to create shots.
It's easier to play defense in college as well.
Yeah, but he does it to every team.
Well, let's see when they play someone good in the tournament.
I don't
We'll
know
see if
we're
he can
gonna
do
make
it.
the tournament.
Yeah, that's true.
We're talking like we're going to make the tournament.
You guys
already?
probably will.
I
There's
fucking
no
hope
chance
so.
we do.
All right, guys. So make sure you tune into BTL for the actual plays today. Other than Josh's play, do you want to do Plan B and it's already locked?
Let's do it. I already got the it's already locked.
All right, we got the It's Already Locked, which is the highest over on the college basketball board. We lock it in every single day. It's a half unit. It's a fourth of a unit. It's a fifth of a unit. It's a seventh of a unit. Unless it gets hot, then it's a full unit.
Wait, real quick before we go to this, did you see the one from Friday? What happened?
No.
Oh my god, dude! They needed I think it was 35 total points with 5 minutes left, and they got it. It went over.
Who was it again?
Oh fuck! Arkansas State and
Yeah,
Louisiana.
that one was a weird one. I didn't get to put that one
It
in. I'm
hit
not gonna lie,
somehow,
man.
like,
That's the only one
literally-
I haven't locked in.
Literally wasn't even close with 5 minutes left. Like nowhere near it, and somehow it went over. It hooked over too.
Yeah, guys, I'm on a devious get back, so I'm locking in the It's Already Locked. Obviously, we do it every day, but I'm also going to lock in Josh's Plan B because he's 500-0
Yeah.
on Plan B bets. What's the latest game on the slate, Josh? Where we go?
The latest game on the slate is Alcorn and Bethune-Cookman.
Ew, dude. Where are you going to go with this?
We're gonna take the over in that game. We'll take the over.
Wow.
I like that.
Josh. What was the It's Already Locked? I don't even think I heard it.
No, we didn't even say it, but
Wow, I'm
that's
a
the plan
freaking
B.
bottomist.
But it's already locked. Is New Orleans and Lamar over 159.
I love that because Lamar just sucked my soul. This game is going under.
You think?
because of Lamar. Yeah, I know it. That name is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. Lamar is literally going to haunt me the rest of my life.
But dude, I love Bethune-Cookman and Alcorn over.
All right, let's do that. Plan B is the Bethune-Cookman over. The it's already locked is Lamar over. Do not lock that one in because I know Lamar is going to find a way to spank me once again and sell me. Guys, listen, Monday's show, I'm sorry I couldn't bring the full juice today. I'm obviously drowning, okay? But I'm going to lean on you guys as we always do. We got BTL coming up next. This is a must-watch BTL episode with the slate of college basketball we got on. Literally a must-watch. Also, they dropped their podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Make sure you guys go tap into that. It's Super Bowl preview, correct?
It was
The championship preview. Drop another one, right. Okay, that was it. They're dropping another one, so make sure you guys tune into those. Please watch today's episode of BTL. I'm going to watch it because I need to know how they break down these games because it's going to be like nothing you've ever seen. Listen. We end every show with a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation. Today, after the weekend I had, it feels like a perfect spot for what I'm about to say. Let's just take one step forward today. I know we say it a lot on the show, but whenever you go through something like I went through this weekend, it's so hard getting up the next morning and taking a step forward. It really is. Like you realize, like I'm not saying that gambling should be ever that important in your life. Nothing like that. I mean, after like 10 minutes, I was good. I moved on with the rest of my day and I didn't have an attitude or anything about it. But I was going to leave it off the air. My sister had to put her dog down today of 16 years. And like, it just felt like everything was piling on at once. And I just feel like it's really hard to have to get up and take a step forward when everything's kind of going against you. Gambling aside, like, just take a step forward for me today. I know how hard it can be. Mondays are the worst because you're waking up, you're starting your week over. You feel like you're starting back at square one after you got to square 10 by Friday. So just do me a favor. No matter what happened yesterday, no matter how hard it's been, just take one step forward for me today because I'm going to try to take one step forward today. So if I can do it, you can do it. Let's take a step forward together today, just one time. As always, I love you guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night from the morning after. We will see you here again tomorrow morning at 11:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to bring the juice. We got a full college basketball slate. I'm in the lab. We're going to start delivering some winners on here. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you tune into BTL. And as always, go have one and take a step forward for me today. Thank you guys.